Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. One child asked me a question. Swamiji, why God has given us 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, but only 1 mouth? Why not 2 mouths? So I said, let us find out one by one. God has given us 2 ears so that we can listen more and more. Then God has given us 2 eyes so that we can see the depth. If you see only with 1 eye, close 1 eye and try to see, your perception of the 3rd dimension is lost. See? One day it so happened in Ahmedabad, I was in somebody's office, a management magnate, and there was one frame placed on the wall. So I just went and saw that. So the person asked me, Swamiji, can you tell me what is that? I said, it is a picture. No, there is something more. I said, okay. I saw again and told. It is Sai Baba, Om, Swastik and 2 flower pots. How come you could tell so quickly? I said, it's very obvious. It's not difficult. He took out from his drawer 1 booklet. There were 60 pictures in there. He said, Swamiji, can you tell me what are the pictures? On the surface you see only a design. I said, okay, start noting down. And I started 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all 60 told. He got up from his chair, touched my feet, gave me the book. Swamiji, I accept my defeat. I said, what is that? I have won. He said, although this picture is on my wall, although this booklet is with me, I could never see. And you just saw it with a snap. How it is possible? I said, friend, when you go beyond the obvious, you see the truth. And to go beyond the obvious, what we require is the ability to focus beyond the obvious. What is obvious here? Obvious is some are men, some are women. Obvious is some are young, some are old. It's obvious. What is great if we are able to see the differences? There is nothing great about it. If we want to see something beyond the obvious, you require to change your ability to adjust your focal length so that you can see beyond. See? So this is the last dimension. The dimension that we know is the relative dimension. I versus you. One dimension. Living in this dimension is samsara, wherein there is a constant competition, there is a constant struggle, there is always the talk of success and failure, there is always the creation of friends and enemies, there is always an experience of joy and sorrows, and there is always a chaos. About this dimension, we don't need any extra explanation because we are rooted in this dimension. The other day, one girl wrote me an SMS. Swamiji, I have sent you an email. After you read the email, I will like to talk to you. So after 2-3 days, I got the internet, so I opened the email. It was 2-3 pages. I replied, I have not read your mail, I am not going to read. Wish you all the best. Again she told, Swamiji, you don't know what I am going through. I said, yes, I don't know and I don't want to know. You know, there are too many problems in my life. I said, if you want to get rid of problems, there is only one way. Die. This is the only karma which we do and others suffer. See? If you commit a theft, you have to go to the jail. If you do something good, you get Padma Shri. But if I die here, I will not suffer, he will suffer. What to do now? See? So if you want to get rid of all the problems of your life, the only way is die. See, friends. But we don't know even how to die. The tragedy is this. Aham apetakam nija vibanakam mahadidam tapo ramana vagiyam. How to die, Bhagavan Ramana has taught. See? Those who know how to die, they don't have to struggle to live. See? I go to so many places throughout the world, and every place wherever I go, I get great honor, respect, love, comforts. So one person asked me this question. Swamiji, I have been following you and I have seen the people who call you, they give so much of respect, love, regard. What is the secret? I also want to get like that. I said the secret is, before I go to their place, they know the date of my departure. That is the reason. Suppose I have gone to his house, don't worry, this is example. Suppose I have gone to his house and he has first asked me a question, Swamiji, when are you leaving? He didn't ask, when did you come? When are you leaving? I said, I am leaving on 16th. So, today, suppose it is 8 days. So, on 8th day, he will be happy. When one day goes, only 7 days remaining, he will be more happy. Then there will be 6 days remaining, he will be more happy. Then there will be 5 days remaining, he will be more happy. And on the last day, he will be at the peak of his happiness. Tomorrow, Swamiji is going. Friends, to die means the freedom to withdraw from this world with your free will. See, whenever we talk about our miseries, whenever we talk about our problems, whenever we talk about our disturbed mind, complaining about the mind is not the solution to the problem. It can't solve the problem. See, one person asked me, Swamiji, whenever I sit for meditation, mind is too much disturbed, what should I do? I said, don't do meditation. Who has asked me? Don't do meditation. I said, no. But people say, then do. But then the thoughts come, then don't do. See, there is no problem, friends, I tell you. The dimension which I am talking from, there is no problem in that dimension. See? Will you go to the doctor and say, Doctor Saab, when I open my eyes, I see everything. Is it a problem? If you don't see, then there is a problem. If you keep your ears open and you complain, whenever my ears are open, I hear. This is a good thing. If you don't hear, then there is a problem. In the same manner, if the mind is having thoughts, it is not a problem. Thoughts is not a problem. See? So what we do, we remain in this relative dimension and try to solve the relative problems. One simple thumb rule I will tell you, very simple thumb rule. In the relative world, there is no absolute solution to any problem. So simple as this. It can't be. Because wherever there is relativity, there is comparison. A rich man from a village, when he comes to the town, he becomes poor. A rich man from the town, when he comes to a district place, he becomes poor. When a rich man from the district goes to the state capital, he becomes poor. From the state capital, when he comes to the national capital, he becomes poor. And rich man of Delhi, when he goes to America, he becomes poor. And the richest man of America comes to India to be happy. Where are we running? Where do we want to run? For what? See, friends. Therefore, this dimension where you and me are living is a dimension where relativity is rampant. And in the relative world, there is no solution to any problem. Then the question comes, how do we deal with the relative world? See, we have to transcend each dimension. Have you seen the Avatar movie? If you have not seen, you have wasted your life. That Avatar movie, you can see either 2 dimensions without the glasses, or with the glasses you can see the 3 dimensions. See? So when we are talking about dimension, first is the relative dimension, where you and me are living. So if this world does not have any solution, then how do we live? Bhagavad Gita tells very simple way. Matra sparshastu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkhada agama apayina anityaha tantikshasva bharata. Hey Arjun, any experience which is gathered through the contact between the world and your senses and the mind, that experience will give you either happiness or misery. But both of them have got the same autobiography. Every joy and sorrow experience begins in time, remains for some time and ends after some time. Therefore it is temporary. So when it is temporary, why become permanently miserable? Then what is to be done? What cannot be cured must be endured. Don't we live with diabetes? Diabetes has no cure. Don't we live? So when we accept the world, we transcend the relative dimension. But our problem is, husband wants to improve the wife. It has never happened. Because of the wife, even Bhagwan Ram suffered. Do you think you and me will be happy? So what is to be done? Understand the meaning of the word wife. What is wife? One is invited forever.
Oh my God.
Once you accept this principle, you will never be miserable. On the contrary, when she gives you good food, it is a surprise. Hey, what is wrong today with you? Take the relative world in the right stride. You will never be miserable. But what happens in the relative world? We have got too many expectations. Don't expect anything. So whatever comes in your life is a surprise. And don't we give surprise to somebody to make him or her happy? The children on their birthday, they are given some gifts. Are the gifts given open unless you are in America? Americans are a dumb creature in the whole world. They will give you a gift along with the receipt so that you can go and change it. You won't know to what extent the height of foolishness Americans live. So, they will be, children will be given a gift well wrapped in a very firm way. And when the gifts come, the child is wanting to see what it is, what it is. So the mom and dad say, you tried, it's your gift, what can we do? And the child is struggling, he doesn't know what it is, he doesn't know what it is. And when he opens and gets a thing, what he never expected in life, that is the biggest joy, is it not? In the same manner, don't expect anything from anybody in this world. Whatever comes, it is a bonus. Friends, when we get salary, we are never happy. When we get bonus, we are happy. And bonus is never saved. Bonus is meant for spending. See, friends. So this relative dimension, where you and me are living, there is only one way. Take everything extremely lightly. Don't become serious. Somebody calls you, you are a fool. Give him back. Don't underestimate me. You don't know my height. But if somebody calls you fool and you call him super fool and start, no. The simplest way to disagree in the relative world is to agree immediately. Never get involved in any controversy. See, many years before in Bangalore this happened. There was a gathering of about 2,000-3,000 youth, and 2-3 of us were sitting on the dais, and question answer tamasha started. I never entertained question answers. So the other two people, they were replying, and I was happy watching the whole tamasha. Then one question came. What is your opinion about Ram Janmabhoomi? So when this question came, the other two wise people said, now Swamiji will enlighten us on this. So I told them, I said, look here, I have no opinion about why Hema Malini acted as Basanti. Those days, when I was young, that was the Sholay was 8. So why she acted as Basanti, I have no opinion. Why government is doing this, I have no opinion. Why God has created this world, I have no opinion. In short, it is not obligatory on my part to opine about anything in this world. It is my choice. Am I right? Yes. Therefore, I have no opinion about Ram Janmabhoomi. Over. Never get involved in any controversy. If you want to maintain your peace of mind, live in the relative dimension, but don't come under the influence of the relative dimension. This world has been always like this. There is nothing new in this world. See, we have always this problem. See, old people like us, they never live in the present. Jab hum jawan the, who cares? See? Because we have nothing but the past, and the younger generation has no past but all the future. So we are living in two extreme opposite directions. And therefore we keep on suffering, then go on comparing and go on evaluating, going our opinions, and the samsara becomes turbulent. Therefore, friends, in this relative dimension that we live, how do we live that? The first principle, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi says, Karturajnaya prapyate phalam karma kim param karmata jadam. Don't expect anything from your activities in this world. Then why do you do anything? Only one principle, and that principle is for time pass. Like, I have come here. For what? For time pass. You have come here. Do you think we have come here for something great? Time pass अच्छा हो जाता है. Once you understand this principle, you will understand the whole principle of Bhagavad Gita. In Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan Krishna tells this principle of time pass in 2nd chapter. He says, Sukha dukkhe same krutva labha labho jaya jayo tato yuddhaya yujjasva naivam papam avapsasi. When this is said in Sanskrit, you feel very honored scriptures. But when I say in English, time pass, you feel it is a cheap talk. No, Baba. If Bhagavan Krishna had to talk in English, he would have said the same thing what I am saying. Now see what it means. An example will make it clear. As usual, I had gone to somebody's house for food. And as usual, they never give me food on time. So as usual, I was somehow seeing the newspaper or something. Everything is usual, nothing is unusual. If I get immediately the food I want, it is unusual. See? Like, I don't take wheat and rice. I take only boiled potatoes for food. So, Swamiji, what should we prepare for you? Prepared, potato, wash them properly, boil them. When you boil, add salt and jeera. And when it is boiled, don't remove the skin. Give me fresh boiled potato. That's it. Swamiji, shall we smash it and add little bit of black pepper and salt and butter and give you? Amma, you wash the potatoes properly, boil them, add little salt and this thing and give me fresh. Swamiji, shall we make alar sabji and give you? Amma, you do one thing, you boil the potato. Swamiji, shall we make the sliced potato? That means what you want, that we will not give you. Why do you ask me? Okay. But I keep my food because time pass. So, when I went somebody's place for food, there was time. So I was just seeing newspaper or TV or something like that. They had a child, about 7-8 years. Swamiji, do you know how to play carom? I said, I don't know. I am very afraid of these terrible children. They eat your head for nothing. So I keep at a distance. I will teach you. Now I had to take food in his house. How can I deny? See? Yadruchala vasantushka. I said, okay. He kept the thing. And that fellow was very smart. He will go on taking one after another. Then I was getting defeated. I said, Kacha Guru ka chela nahi hai. What do you think? Then I started using the Jugaad technology. So, when my turn will come, I have to keep him busy. So hey, whose picture is that? Is it Hema Malini's picture? Swamiji, it is not. So you go on talking. I take 2-3 years. Question is not how you will. Question is you will. See, theft is never a crime unless you are caught. See, friends. So once, twice I did it. Third time I was caught. Then he started crying. Mummy, Swamiji is a cheat and all. I said, come on, yeah, don't cry. Now you will. We'll again start, okay? And the same technique, but I have to tell you. And when we are doing it halfway, Mummy said, food is ready. I said, hey, leave it now, go and take food. No, we must complete the game. Now I am winning, so you are afraid. So I allowed him to win quickly. Now, the principal. He was playing carom for winning or getting defeated. I was playing carom for a time pass. Is it not? And when, be very attentive, when we do something for time pass, Mr. Doer is not born. See, in Bangalore, I went to somebody's house, again for food. And when food and everything was over, I went to their puja room and sat there on the chair. And I said, hey, you are chanting this mantra, is it not? Om Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Yes, Swamiji, how do you know? I said, you don't worry about it. Sit down here and chant. How you chant, let me see. So that lady took the mala in the hand Om Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 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 Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Started. The speed started increasing. Now, I said, Mama, stop. Don't complete the whole mantra. Now you have done this way, is it not? Now I will tell you another technique. You chant the same mantra with my technique. Drop the mala. You have to chant for only 3 minutes. You don't worry about 3 minutes. I will look into the watch and I will tell, stop, then 3 minutes are over. You chant slowly, like eating a chocolate. Chocolate is never gulped in one go, like the Ayurvedic medicine. You know the principle of Ayurvedic medicine? It is so bitter. To avoid the next dose, you say, I am okay. So in this manner, don't chant, okay? Take taste of every Lord's name. Then I will show you how to do this. Om Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Every single cell of your body is involved. You are not worried about how many times you are chanting, not the quantity, but the quality. I said, do it for 3 minutes. I will tell you after 3 minutes are over. And do it loudly, don't do in the mind. So she started. And she was doing really cool, as I told, Om Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. 3 minutes were over, 5 minutes were over. I slowly got up and went out, and she continued. And after about 15 minutes or so, I said, Mama, 3 minutes are over. Swamiji, why did you ask me to stop? So why? I don't know. I just don't feel like opening my eyes. I don't feel like getting up. I'm feeling some kind of intoxication. I said, do you know what is happening? This Ram is now invoked in every cell of your body. Because you were not there in chanting the Lord's name. You were doing it for 3 minutes because Swamiji told. You were not doing, I have to do the japa. So, while doing the japa, Mr. Japist was not born. So, to live in this relative world, there is only one technique. And that one technique is, let there be nobody born. Don't we hear, nobody is happy in this world? It is very true. Mr. Nobody alone is happy. Somebody is always miserable. Suppose you are doing the japa, I have to do 3 malas. One is over, thank God. Only 2 minutes. That is not the way, friends. Therefore, live your life in the relative plane as a time pass. And how do we practice it? I always count down, never up. Here I came in Delhi. First count was 8, then 7, then 6, then 5, then 4. So it is going to end. We come in this world as if to live for eternity. Now I am only one elderly person met me in Kaivalya Dham. He was from Government of India for something he came. He and his wife. We were taking food, he also was sitting there. And I never talked to anybody. Why collect garbage in your head? Who is who? How does it matter? It makes no difference. So he started, Swamiji, what do you do? I said, I do nothing. Now what are you doing? I said, now I am taking food. I am from Delhi, I am Mr. Kapoor. I come from there for such and such work. Very good. No encouragement further. Can you tell me what is my age? A person on the dining table for the first time meeting asking this question. Can you tell me what is my age? I said, maybe 3 years. No. They told me you are very light and full of joy and fun. What they told is true. I said, this time I am serious. But how do you say that I am 3 years? I said, such a question can never be asked by a mature person. Only babies ask this question. Mommy, tell me what is my age? 5 years. No, 5 years, 2 months. I say, you are worse than a baby. Okay, I will tell you. I am 81 years. He stopped there. I was not interested anyway. I am 81 years. He expected I will complete. Why should I? It is not Siya or Ramachandra ki. Why should I complete? So he expected. Again he said, I am 81 years. Then he himself said, young. I am not old. What do you think? I said, this is a tragedy. In the old age, when a man grows young, it is a calamity for the society. In the old age, he should look old. There is a grace of old age. See, friends, we get so much lost in this relative world. See, therefore, matra sparsha sukhaunteya shitoshna sukha. All relations, sometimes they are good, sometimes they are bad, sometimes they are bad, sometimes they are bad. What can you do? They are like that. Okay, take it in that stride. In this manner, when you start living lightly in the light of wisdom, you have conquered the relative plane of existence. See? And when you have conquered, then second chapter Bhagavad Gita, Sukha Dukkhe Same Krutva, Labha Labho Samo Krutva, Jaya Jayo Samo Krutva. Means when you do something, either you will win or you are defeated. When you win, you gain. When you are defeated, you lose. When you gain, you are happy. When you lose, you are unhappy. When these three pairs of complementary existence do not create any disturbance in your mind, means what? For you it makes no difference whether you win or you lose. Then what are you doing? Time pass. This is the only way. Don't become serious at all about anything. Life becomes so beautiful, friends. This is one dimension. Therefore, Bhagavan Ramana says, Kartuhu ajnaya prapyate phalam. Whatever we are doing, we are nobody to decide what we are going to get it. Somebody else is sitting up there. He decides what kind of wife is fit for us. That's what they say. Marriages are fixed in the heaven. So also the lightning and thundering. So don't worry. Marriage may be in your hands, but the life is in somebody else's hands. Take in this spirit, friends, life will never be miserable. And such a person who is living in the relative world without the influence of the relative existence, he graduates from the first dimension to the second dimension. And what is the second dimension? Second dimension is the dimension of devotion. See, Jagataha Ishadhi Yukta Sevanam Ashtamurti Bhrut Deva Pujanam. Unless we have some higher altar of worship, of respect and reverence, we are poorer than the poorest. This principle I discovered many years before. See, if you are asked to talk about Indian history, how many years you will have to talk about? 10,000 years, 20,000 years. Now this is Kali Yuga, hardly 5,300 years. Before that, Dwapar Yuga, thousands of years. Before that, Treta Yuga, thousands of years. So many, 432,000 years before. My God, such a long history you have, of course. And if you are to write a book of history on America, Kentucky Fried Chicken was produced. McDonald's existed. They can't go beyond this. Hardly 200 years. And therefore, they have neither history nor culture. See? And therefore, there is no respect for elders. And therefore, parents are afraid of the children. One day, one person asked me this question, Swamiji, can you imagine why that 9/11 happened in USA? Of all the days, why 9/11? I said, it is because in that country, the children can dial 911 and put the parents behind the bar in no time. So it is a curse because all the parents are tortured by the children. That society where elders are not available as an altar of respect and reverence, that society is not a human society. See, friends, it is only the elders in our life that can train us, guide us, provide an altar to surrender. Therefore, Jagataha Ishadhi Yukta Sevanam. When we are having an altar of respect and reverence, then only our I can be surrendered. So when we are living our relative existence, there our I becomes stronger and stronger. See? iPhone, iChat. See how strong is I? Idea. Then I see, I. First I see, identity crisis. Second I see, I am confused. This is the meaning of I. See, friends, therefore devotion is a technique wherein this disciplined, purified I is surrendered. Please be attentive. This is the second dimension. In this dimension, the disciplined and well-defined I is dissolved. The problem is only the I. What is done normally? We want freedom for I. There cannot be freedom for I. There has to be freedom from I. And freedom from I can happen only this I is surrendered at a higher altar in our life. And friends, the higher altar cannot be other than the supreme reality as manifested in this world. See how important it is. Therefore, friends, it is so important that the second dimension is I am no more living my life only in the relative competitive world. But this I is now surrendering before a higher altar. That person is called a devotee. Devotee means what? Who does not vote. Votee, the one who votes. Devotee. Recognize, de-recognize. Votee, devotee. He who doesn't vote means he who has no complaint, no opinion, no suggestion, no decision for anything in this world. His mind is tuned with the divine all the time. See, friends, Bhagavad Puran, Vishnu Puran tells a very simple definition of misery. Forgetfulness of the divine is called as misery. Because who is the divine? Divine is all bliss. When we forget the bliss, what remains is blister. And those who have got blister, they can't have a very comfortable thing. Therefore, the second dimension, first was I versus you. The second one is I versus something higher, and before that something higher, we surrender ourselves. Now the third dimension. The third dimension is, in the Bhakti Shastra it is said, look at the world as the God looks at his own creation. Now to understand this, take this example. When there is a child and the child is making a lot of noise and creating all problems, so all the people, what is going on in their mind? What kind of mother is not disciplining the child, creating disturbance for everybody? I don't know what kind of people are. But ask the mother of the same child. She is so happy. See, my child is dancing, but he is disturbing everybody. See, friends, because the vision, the angle from which the mother is looking at the child and other people are looking at the child, that angle is different. See? For the mother, the foolishness of the child is the wisdom. To what extent it goes, I'll give an example. This happened in Bombay. There was one young mother, she said, Swamiji, last time I told you I was blessed with a son and I could not make it, but now I decided, the child was about 8-9 months of age. So I brought him to you, please give him blessing. I had my last lecture, finished the lecture, sat down for giving prasad. So people will come, do namaskar and take prasad and go. Somebody will give the kid. So this girl came, the mother came. He says, Swamiji, I told you, this is my son. And she put the son in my lap. I said, Mama, people give me here. I am sitting on the vast feet. People give me money, you are a great mother. You have given me your son. Now I will make him a Babaji. Swamiji, no. I just came to show you. See the difference. Other ladies, see, you are lucky, your son is adopted by Swamiji. मुझे क्या पागल कुत्ते ने काटा है? And when I was just talking, then I said, hey, come on, take this fellow dirty. What happened? I said, he has done. When I said he has done, what was her reply? Swamiji, you are great. I said, what great? Last 3 days he has not done. For the mother, even the defecation on the lap of a Swami is a great event of joy and celebration. As the mother looks at the child, so the Lord, the Creator, looks at His creation. If we can develop that vision is what is called the third dimension. And what is the third dimension? There is no biasness on any issue. Bhagavan says, Name dveshosti na priyaha. See? For the ocean, the small ripples are not cute, and tsunami and Katrina, they are not terrible. For the ocean, every wave is the same. Name dveshosti na priyaha. Third dimension. This third dimension is the one where saints and sages are living. For the saints and sages, there is nobody as ours and there is nobody as not ours. Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita, not Bhagavad Gita, in Bhagavad Mahapurana, take this advice of Bhagavan Krishna. Bhagavad Gita you have heard and kept aside. Now here what he says to Uddhav. Uddhav asked him a question. What should I do? You are concluding your drama. What will I do? Bhagavan says, first of all, stop crying. Number two, move in this world. Don't hang on to one place like a leech. Number three, don't appreciate anybody. Don't depreciate anybody. Don't call anybody. Don't kick out anybody. Live in this in such a manner that you are just as a passing breeze, carrying nothing with you. And then he gives the reason. Whenever we appreciate or condemn something or somebody, we give a status of reality to that. This word is just not the real one. You are the reality behind the whole world. And therefore, saints and sages, they have nothing like somebody is mine and somebody is not mine. See? In Vrindavan, there is one great master, was Swami Akhandanji. He has got tremendous impact on my whole life. If you go in that place, there is one Nritya Gopal Satsanga Hall temple kind of thing. And you will see there all the Mahatmas belonging to all the Sampradaya. Ramanuja, Madhvacharya, and then Arya Samaj, every Mahatma is there and respected and revered equally. Upanishad says, Vijanan Vidvan Bhavate Nativadi. The one who is established in the absolute is not obsessed by anything. Non-obsessive existence happens when we come to the third dimension. So what are the first dimension? Relative existence, I versus you. Second dimension, I versus the Lord, we submit. And when we submit to the Lord selects us. See? And then He starts expressing through us. Be very attentive. When He starts expressing through us and we forget that, then I start blessing somebody, cursing somebody. The moment I start blessing somebody and cursing somebody, again Mr. I is born. See, friends. And again there is the fall back. See? If you read and be in the presence of Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasasaha. This mantra finds fulfillment when you are in His presence. Yato vacho nivartante. Your speech becomes important to talk about. Manasasaha. Your mind gets dissolved, absorbed in Him. Living in that experience 24/7 is called as living in meditation, not doing meditation. See, friends. And this will continue till such time I is not born. Therefore, Patanjali Maharshi says in his sutras, when you start leading your spiritual life in a proper manner, all siddhis start manifesting in you. And these siddhis become obstacles for the seeker of truth. And they become an achievement for those who want to do and achieve something in this world. See, friends, it is easier to digest the failures in life. It is very difficult to digest perpetual success in life. See? When so many people will come and salute and Mahatma Ji, slowly, Mahatma Ji forgets Paramatma and then start blessing and cursing. See, in the presence of Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, everything is to happen. But he never claimed. Because he knows it is someone else who is doing, not me. We are just an instrument through which he has chosen to express. Take an example. Between you and me is this mic. How long this mic will remain here? Till he does not make his own noise. Isn't it? This mic is pretty good here. Many times it happens. The mic starts making electronic onkar. So when the mic makes his own noise, will we keep it here? Throw it away. Exactly the same way. When the Lord has chosen us to express through, and we forget the Lord and start thinking that I have done something good to somebody. That very moment, again there is a fall to the relative world. And what is the fall to the relative world? I am superior than you. Ye, the children of sin. No offense. This is the third dimension, very difficult to hold on without a fall. Very difficult. See, in the lives of many masters it comes. Probably in the life of Tukaram Maharaj, I read somewhere. It is said that Riddhi Siddhi, the Siddhis, they came to him and said, Narayana has sent us, please accept us. He said, I don't want. No, if we go back, then we will be punished. So please, to save us, accept us, because Lord has given this to you. So he was worried, now what to do with them, what to do with them, what to do with them. Then he told, okay, I ask you one thing, give me that boon. Oh, very good, they were very happy. That is something is asked, we will not be punished by the Lord. He said, go back and never come again. See, friends, be very attentive. Till such time, we have to do something in this world. We are not establishing the truth. Can we improve upon the quality of the mirage waters? The mirage water appears, but it is not. In the same manner, the so-called world we talk about, it is only in images. See, it is not real. How it is not real? Where the world goes when your mind is enfolded in deep sleep, where does it go? See? Again, when the mind opens, it comes. Again it goes, again comes back. So the whole world is only in the images. See, friends, and you can do nothing about it. Once the so-called freedom fighters approached Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi and said, Sir, you have got many followers. Why don't you tell them to join the freedom fight so they can join with us? And Bhagavan was unique in his expression. He said, have you seen a cinema? Now can you imagine? The freedom fighters have gone with all seriousness, and his reply was, have you seen his cinema? They thought he has not understood. All the otherwise people think that the wise people don't understand. Again he said, have you seen a cinema? Yes. If on the screen you see somebody is burning in the house, will you go and throw water on the screen? See, this world has always been like this. There is not even 0.1% new anything in this world. See, Kama, Krodha, Loma, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, friends, enemies, achievement, failure, this kingdom coming, that kingdom going. This has always happened. There is nothing new in this world. And therefore, our only dimension is to get out of the third dimension and come to the ultimate, which is beyond all dimensions, in the absolute. In the absolute, relativity is always imagined. For example, many of you may not be knowing or may be knowing, earlier our rupee used to be 64 paisa, dabbu paisa and ched wala paisa, 64 paisa. Then India improved and now it has become 100. Who knows, tomorrow it may become 1000? Because in one, many is always imagined. Space is one, the directions are only imagined. They are conditioned expressions. Can we say the summation of the 10 direction is equal to total space? No. Total space is much more than that. Then what are the directions? East, west, north, south? They are only imagination in the total infinite space. See, friends. Therefore, this whole world is just a projection. When the projection stops, the presence remains. Presence without projection is the ultimate, beyond dimension experience. Then we are neither in the relative world, nor in the devotional world, nor in the Siddha position, nor in anything, but goes beyond everything. See? And when we reach that, that is called as merging in Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi. For us, we have to have some name, some form. But by Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, we do not mean a frame or a name. He is far beyond all this. See, friends. Therefore, Dakshinamurti Stotra, Chitram Vatataror Mule, Vruddha Shishya Gurur Yuva, Gurostu Maunam Vyakhyanam, Shishyastu Chinna Samshayaha. The truth is revealed only through the eloquence of silence. See, friends. Therefore, these 4 steps. First is the relative dimension with reference to the gross body. Second is the devotional dimension with reference to the mind. Third is the perfection dimension with reference to the intellect. And the Turiya, the fourth, is beyond the 3. Remaining beyond this obvious world is the ultimate to be aimed at. And when these steps are clear, then we are walking the spiritual path, and that is the only way. Nanya pantha vidyate yanaya. See. Now, your experience at this moment, you know what is their experience? You have gained nothing. Watch. You have gained nothing. If you have a feeling you have gained something, then you are still at intellectual level. In the absolute, there is no gain possible. In absolute, there is no loss possible. One day one person asked me this question. Swamiji, how many times of meditations are there? I said, note down. Number of meditators multiplied by the number of times each meditator sits for meditation is equal to the total possible number of meditation plus. Meditation can never be repeated. That which is repeated is a cartoon of meditation. Repeatability is possible only in matter. There cannot be repetition in the infinite. See, infinite plus minus anything cannot be more than infinite. In one organization I was called and they introduced me. The principle in our organization, Swamiji, for information, we believe in absolute purity, absolute honesty, absolute unselfishness and absolute love. So after that, he says, Swamiji, we want your input on this. I said, first of all, absolutes are never four. Absolute is only one. If there are four absolutes, they are relative, they are not absolute. So we use the words without understanding the meaning. In the absolute, everything is included, nothing is excluded. That is all inclusive is the ultimate definition of I. See? Therefore, Bhagavan says, Aham apetakam nija vibhanakam. This aham, the seeker, the miserable, the successful, the achiever, everything is apetakam, has to be dropped. That is the real tapasya. See, yasya jnanamayam tapaha, Upanishad says. Tapasya is not standing on one leg. Tapasya is the ability to give up our Mr. I. And when the I disappears, what remains is the absolute. And that is what Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi is the last dimension beyond all the three dimensions. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.